Doctor and Joe through the time-space continuum, back and forth as though it were a cosmic expressway. This will not be a pleasure trip because it will comprehend the day of the Daleks.
Next week, in order to avoid a collision in space, the Doctor and Joe materialize in the hold of a future Earth spaceship. Thus begins the convoluted tale of the frontier in space, next Sunday night at 11.
Doctor discovers a charming stowaway who will find a new career, and we will learn for the first time the name of the Time Lord's home planet. There'll also be a contretemps between a Sontaran captain and a medieval robber baron. Should be an interesting evening.
Prehistoric monsters suddenly appear in London. It's the invasion of the dinosaurs, and you can bear witness next Sunday evening at 11.
It's bigger this year, better this year.
The antidote for a plague affecting the entire galaxy can be found only on the planet Exelon, home of a savagely hostile and degenerate race. When the Doctor gets there, he will find, as he usually does, more than he bargained for.
Next week, the Doctor returns to Peladon after a 50-year absence and finds the sacred monster is kicking up a fuss. The manifestations are manifold, as we will learn next Sunday night at 11 when we meet the Monster of Peladon.
2 grand prizes, $15,000 in cash. More prizes than last year. It's Channel 11's Be a Winner Sweepstakes. And this year, you can be a winner. Win this Volkswagen Vanagon GL or $15,000 in cash. An exciting African safari, luxury cruises, fabulous vacations in Switzerland and Hawaii, hotel weekends, beautiful things for your home and wardrobe, hundreds of prizes in all. Enter before June 30th, and you could also win a Marshall Field $1,000 gift certificate. So mail your entry form today, along with a check to help support all the Channel 11 programs you and your family enjoy. If you still don't have your entry form, call 1-800-772-1234. Be part of the excitement. Be a winner.
Watch the determination and feel the excitement as 6 talented young musicians from Illinois get their chance to perform with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra and compete for $18,000 in WTTW Illinois Bell Scholarships. Join host David Ogden Stiers for the 1987 Illinois Young Performers Competition, live and in stereo from Orchestra Hall on Channel 11.
Live from Orchestra Hall, Tuesday at 8.
Hello, Chicago. You're watching Channel 11, WTTW.
What then has been introducing that gas into the Solonian atmosphere, and why? We will soon know as the Doctor and Joe travel to the planet of the mutants.
Hi, my name is Harry. You are watching Channel 11 Chicago.
Who or what is responsible for the problem with the guidance system of the TARDIS? The truth will be manifest before the night is out, as we journey toward the edge of destruction. On the planet Marinus, the sand is glass and the sea is acid. Next stop for the TARDIS, an island in that acid ocean. Be with us next Sunday evening at 11 when the Doctor begins the search for the keys of Marinus.
Tuesday on 11, join Nava Perlman for a special evening of music.
Will we meet someone this night to fill the position? It wouldn't surprise me, but I promise you other surprises before the rescue is accomplished.
Next week, the TARDIS crew travels to Rome, 64 AD, where the Doctor meets and gives inspiration to the Emperor Nero. Join us next Sunday evening at 11 and encounter the Romans.
Crotons are not little things you throw in your split pea soup. They are mysterious, unseen, and ruthless, and they need a very smart individual to help them out of a long-time predicament. Enter the Doctor.
Next week, the T-Mat breaks down and the Doctor goes to the moon. And that's only the beginning, as you shall learn when you join us next Sunday night at 11 for Part 1 of The Seeds of Death.
If you up the ante or hit the jackpot, you're talking American English.
Holy cat, who dealt this mess? You did.
It's the real McCoy.
You call him a cowboy, cowpoke, cowpuncher, cowhand, ranch hand. But if somebody calls you a hand, it means you're real good at your job, and be proud of it.
Next on The Story of English.
The Story of English continues Monday at 9.
Next on Nova, remarkable breakthroughs offer new hope for the infertile.
Contraception in the 1960s separated sex from procreation. Now we're separating procreation from sex, and that has a variety of implications.
With the power to create human life, the new reproductive technologies now challenge some of our most deeply held beliefs. Are we ready for a future of high-tech babies? That's next time on Nova.
Tales, the story of our planet's origin is the most awesome. We expect the mountains we climb and the ground we tread to be solid and permanent. So who could believe that the continent itself is on the move? This is a tale fundamental to life itself, of the ebb and flow of mountain ranges and the drift of continents around the globe.
The Beginning, Wednesday at 8.
Hi, I'm Officer Scavone. You're watching Channel 11 in Chicago.
Will this burly, curly-haired regeneration of the Doctor comport himself? We will know in the fullness of time when, next Sunday evening at 11, he confronts the twin dilemma. Superintendent Adam Dalgleish returns to Channel 11 to pursue a clever and murderer. It's a special encore presentation of P.D. James' Shroud for a Nightingale.
I have some information. It's highly confidential, but I think it may be relevant. This will be in strict confidence, won't it?
Mr. Morris, your predicament is a private concern. Nurse Fallon's death is a public one.
On top of which, I could be next.
Dalgleish must move fast before nerves reach the breaking point. Shroud for a Nightingale begins Monday at 9.
This year, you can win one of more than 600 prizes, biggest ever Channel 11 sweepstakes. If you haven't received an entry form, call 1-800-77... Grand prizes are an exciting 1989 Ford Probe and a 20-day Ocean Pearl cruise to exotic Asian cities. And sending a check with your entry form helps you enjoy the most valuable prize, programs that you and your family enjoy on viewer-supported Channel 11. Enter before October 10th, and you can also win a natural ranch mink black llama coat from York Furrier. So don't be late. Mail your entry today. To receive your entry form, call 1-800-772-1234.
Hi, I'm Tommy. You're watching Channel 11 Chicago.
Welcome to Image Union, WTTW's weekly program featuring the work of independent producers. Films and tapes you don't think it's something different.
From documentary films to abstract computer graphics. Tonight you'll see 6 short works by a whole range of producers. Nothing really heavy tonight. First is an animated spoof created by Doc and Joe Thomas. It's called You Are a Nerd, and it's really well done. So sit back and relax and enjoy the show.
Because of the presidential debate, next week's adventure will begin an hour later than usual. When you join us at midnight, we'll find Turlo back home, Harry aboard. The TARDIS will land on the planet Androzani Minor, where our protagonist will find himself in a sticky wicket. To determine just how sticky, be with us next Sunday at midnight for the Caves of Androzani.
Tonight, the Doctor and Perry will wish they had a double dose of an antidote to a poison. There will be enough for one being only, to avoid the consequences of the toxin they will find in the Caves of Androzani.
What would risk destruction in order to release Davros from his frozen tomb aboard a prison space station? The question answers itself in the title of next week's adventure. Join us next Sunday evening at 11 and witness the resurrection of the Daleks.
Easter and Davros across the stars. On planet Earth, Republicans and Democrats prepare to face each other in heated debate. Though the Doctor cares little about the politics of man, the compulsion to show the presidential debate is on Earth very strong. And because of it, the Doctor will begin at midnight next Sunday. But tonight, we tarry no longer. The mysteries of the planet of fire await.
Don't go away. We're going to ring in the new year with 2 more Doctor Who adventures featuring Colin Baker and John Pertwee. This special New Year's Eve celebration is dedicated to and made possible by those loyal Doctor Who fans who have been generous in subscribing to Channel 11.
Hello, Doctor.
A meteor shower, a forced landing, and the disappearance of the TARDIS are merely the initial events in a sinister chain that links the Doctor and his companions to the terrors of Frontios. Next week, a meteor crashes to Earth. It holds a statue fired into space 350 years before. The Doctor and Ace will find themselves between enemies from 1638 and 1988, and the Cybermen, in the desperate struggle for the Silver Nemesis, next Sunday night at 11. Dave isn't planning to go to college, but he's going to learn some lessons in the school.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where do you find Nova?
Next week, the Doctor and Ace meet the Candyman and a militia with a name that belies its mission. Be with us next Sunday at 11 and learn what lies behind the facade of Terra Alpha and the Happiness Patrol.
Next on Mysteries.
There's been a murder!
Next week, a little earthbound witchcraft as the Doctor finds he must deal with the daemons, which the English insist on spelling with an additional E, though they are sensible enough to pronounce it in the same way as we. Be with us next Sunday evening at 11.
The turbulent planet Earth. In probing its secrets, scientists find large cracks in the ocean floor.
How does one revive a sea devil? It takes more than spirits of ammonia or mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, perish the thought. The Master knows and is intent on implementing his plan. Enter the Doctor and the struggle to save humanity from the sea devils. Three days ago, we said goodbye for a year to Santa Claus. Next week, we say hello for the night to Axos Claus. Be with us next Sunday night at 11 when the Doctor confronts the Claws of Axos.
What happens when you drink and then drive? Maybe nothing. Or maybe this. Be sure to watch Drinking and Driving. The toll, the tears. It could save your life.
Drinking and Driving, the aftermath, Monday at 9. Tuesday at 9, Channel 11 takes you to Orchestra Hall for the finals of the Illinois Young Performers Competition. Conductor Hugh Wolf and the Chicago Symphony Orchestra put 5 promising young talents through their musical paces as they vie for top honors in this prestigious statewide event. Nava Perlman is your host for an encore presentation of the Illinois Young Performers Competition. Hear the triumph of 5 remarkable young performers, Tuesday at 9.
Hi, my name is Carol. You're watching Channel 11 in Chicago.
Saturday at 7.
Merry Christmas, sir. Merry Christmas, sir. You, Clark, and...
Did you ever want to give somebody a piece of your mind? After this night, you may feel differently. For this night, the Doctor encounters the mind of evil. Tonight, the Doctor and friends embark on a scavenger hunt, which will take them to the city of Morphoton, a deserted jungle, an icebound wilderness, and the city of Millennius, in a quest for the keys of Marinus.
WNIT Television is funded through the support of viewers like you. To join the WNIT membership family, please call 674-5961 today. And thank you.
The presentation of Doctor Who is made possible in part by Hot Dog Heaven, serving Chicago's Vienna beef hot dogs, Polish sausage, shrimp, and more, located on County Road 9 at Mishawaka Road in Elkhart. Hot Dog Heaven.
To further enjoy Doctor Who, become a member of WNIT at the $60 level. Receive the amazing Doctor Who tumbler with the materializing TARDIS. Pour a cold liquid into the tumbler and watch the TARDIS appear. Call 674-5961 and become a member at the $60 level.
WNIT Television is funded through the support of viewers like you. To join the WNIT membership family, please call 674-5961 today. And thank you.
The presentation of Doctor Who is made possible in part by Hot Dog Heaven, serving Chicago's Vienna beef hot dogs, Polish sausage, shrimp, and more, located on County Road 9 at Mishawaka. Presentation of Doctor Who.
Join us next Sunday evening at 11 for The Revenge of the Cybermen.
Charlie Chaplin, famous around the world as the Little Tramp.
On June 1st, 1967,
Tonight, in the House of the Dragon, the Doctor battles for his life with Magnus Greel, the incarnation of Weng-Chiang. Or is he? We will know before the night is out, as we view the conclusion of The Talons of Weng-Chiang.
Beginning.
The Doctor and Romana will face the ultimate catastrophe, and help will come from an unexpected quarter.
Mrs. Jack to the
Incredible transgalactic quest. Are the Doctor and Romana about to lose the entire key to time to the shadow? We will soon be apprised, and the astonishing conclusion to the Armageddon factor.
It is said that a bad penny always comes back. There is no worse penny than a Dalek, and they'll return in... Wednesday on American Playhouse, Jane Alexander stars in Testament.
This is San Francisco. We have lost our New York signal. Ladies and gentlemen, this is real. This is...
Hello?
It's the acclaimed film about a family's struggle to survive in the aftermath of a nuclear attack.
San Francisco? I'm scared. I don't know. Put your heads down. Cover your eyes.
I don't like it.
I don't either.
At all.
I know.
Tell it to go away.
I can't.
Testament at 8. Then at 9:30, American Playhouse presents Billy Galvin, starring Carl Malden.
I'm going to finish that building, and you're going to finish it with me. You will!
An American Playhouse double feature, Wednesday.
Hello, Chicago. You're watching Channel 11 WTTW.
Next week, for the first time, another member of the Doctor's race appears. Be with us next Sunday evening at 11 for The Time Meddler.
Next time on Spaceflight, the tragedy and triumph of Apollo.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Why did America really go to the moon? Next time on Spaceflight.
The triumphs and tragedies of the Apollo program.
There's no place like this home where the only serious pursuit is the pursuit of happiness.
I didn't know there were little children in the house.
Oh, no, that's mine.
My mother writes plays because 8 years ago a typewriter was delivered here by mistake.
Jason Robards, Colleen Dewhurst, Elizabeth Wilson, and George Rose star in Kaufman and Hart's classic comedy You Can't Take It With You, the Broadway hit on Great Performances.
Hi, you're watching WTTW Channel 11, Chicago.
Cast in television stereo sound here on Channel 11.
Major funding for Alive from Off-Center has been provided by the National Endowment for the Arts and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Additional funding has been provided by the Rockefeller Foundation and this and other public television stations.
I talked to a design team about it, and I mean, cloning is still in very early stages. But I think we did a pretty good job. And a few things came out sort of strange, but then I think it's always strange to see some kind of reflection of yourself.
Hello, I'm Susan Stanford. Laurie Anderson's work blends something very old, storytelling, with something very new, high technology. Her stories are deceptively simple, sometimes even childlike, but she uses elaborate electronics to present her stories in unusual ways, like accompanying herself on a tie which plays like a keyboard. She's a multimedia artist, a kind of high-tech one-woman band who makes music to look at. Her music, images, and words continually play off one another. Laurie Anderson uses technology to express her fears about technology. And ironically, her quirky electronic voice calls us away from our television sets and back to the campfire.
So, you've been... While the Doctor and his companions were certainly inconvenienced this night, I'll wager they weren't as burned up as the Romans. Next week, another sticky wicket, as the TARDIS is drawn by an unknown force to the Webb Planet.
Hi, I'm
I'm Jeff Smith, the Frugal Gourmet, and I'm cooking chicken and wine for you next time. I have a wonderful chicken thigh with ham and Swiss, a tight roll. Chicken in marsala, wonderful. Chicken garlic with garlic, you can't believe how good that is. Chicken cooked with tomatoes, shallots, and vermouth, and finally a chicken stuffed in the front. I know the name sounds strange, but the dishes are wonderful, and you'll like them next time on the Frugal Gourmet.
Smith makes it easy and fun. Monday at 7:30.
What's so funny? That's what everybody's always asking me. What's so funny about what's going on in Washington and the rest of the country? Well, let's see, there's... Oh, what about... Oh, well, you're just going to have to watch my show. I got to think of something.
Puns, puns, and parodies, Wrestle Style, Wednesday at 7:30.
Hello, Chicago. You're watching Channel 11, WTTW.
Welcome to Image Union, WTTW's weekly program featuring the work of independent producers, films and tapes you don't usually see on TV. Every week it's something different, from documentary films to abstract computer graphics. Tonight you'll see The Cocaine Express, a special half-hour program of still photographs which traces the movement of drugs from South America to the United States. Produced for TV by Phil Randstrom, the program is an outgrowth of the award-winning Chicago Sun-Times investigative series by writer Rick Saul and photographer Henry Hare Gill. So sit back, relax, and enjoy The Cocaine Express.
It has become a status symbol of the jet set. Some call it the Hollywood cocktail. It's cocaine, the champagne of illegal drugs. Some 17 million Americans use it and pay $2,500 an ounce for the experience. Thousands of tons of cocaine were smuggled into this country last year, nearly all of it from South America. This program shows where it's grown, how it's processed, and how it gets into the United States. This investigation was done by two prize-winning journalists from the Chicago Sun-Times, photographer Henry Hare Gill and writer Rick Saul. Their journey